down a little bit after they gave up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll give to Elliott. And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring.
At the Browns' 6-yard line.
The give is to Elliott. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Prescott now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is blocked and no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Kareem Hunt.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
7.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Good for a Cowboy.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st down.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Jarvis Landry.
A very solid gain of 27.
Play. First down, Cleveland.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Number 21 is
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
15-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike. Go.
Elliott running right. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
24-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And how about that for just running out the clock? A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Yeah, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You remember me. Let's go, baby. Back to the Mike. Mike, 46.
Prescott from the gun. And this one quickly to Lamb. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
now Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
On the keeper. Mac Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 44, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Watch the back. Watch the back. Here we go. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. Elliott a 1st down and more. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They go down it again. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He was brought down by Denver.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1st down.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down. It's Elliott, and it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And no, it's incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And once again, the Browns are back in front. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The tackle made up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Elliott. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now give here to Pollard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
at the 16-yard line.
He's back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
For Ezekiel Elliott.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got the connection to Cooper. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
18.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure.
Today's final score.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.